If your skating speed dies by the second period, you'll be useless when it comes to creating offense. After training hundreds of players around the world and helping them bulletproof their stamina, in this video I'm going to break down how you can build elite endurance that allows you to dominate all game long. Which brings us into point 1. Most players have a skewed idea of what conditioning actually is and how to train it. Most people think that conditioning is just long runs or bag skates. I remember being 15 and trying to build my gas tank by going on long runs or mimicking the length of a shift on a bike, and it never transferred. What I didn't understand back then is that the body runs on 3 energy systems: the aerobic, lactic, and alactic systems of the body. Each system has different requirements to train it and serves a different function within your game. And I'll show you what they are and how you can train them. First up, we got the aerobic system. If you struggle to have energy the entire game, this is an aerobic issue. With all of my athletes that I coach, we build this system first. If it's untrained, you'll take longer to catch your breath, struggle to have speed in later periods, and make worse decisions with the puck as your brain fatigues. Think of your aerobic system as your long-term energy supply. And we build it through 2 primary ways. Number 1 is through aerobic intervals, allowing you to push a higher pace for longer periods of time and recover faster. An example of this would be 2 minutes on at the highest steady pace you can maintain, with 30 seconds of rest repeated for 6 to 8 rounds. Now the second way of training your aerobic system is through steady state cardio. Anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes on any cardio implement, whether this be a bike, a treadmill, or a rower. This is going at a pace that you can talk at, but you can't sing a song. We build the overall size of your gas tank with the steady state cardio, then we build your ability to refill it with the aerobic intervals. But aerobic endurance isn't enough. You also need to maintain your power throughout shifts, which leads us into the lactic system. If you gas out halfway through a shift, this is a lactic issue. The reason I can get my athletes results like this is from developing the lactic system. This would be considered the most hockey specific system of the 3, and it's responsible for the entire length of a shift. This system is trained with max effort intervals between 20 and 90 seconds. By training this, you can push harder for longer throughout a shift. But just having these 2 systems isn't enough, because you need to build explosive bursts with your alactic system. Quick pause here. If you feel like this is the exact gap in your game, this is exactly what we do inside my one-to-one online coaching system. We don't just throw random workouts at you, we test exactly where you're breaking down and building a custom program to fix those issues. And if you want that kind of precision with your training, check the link below. And let's get into the next point. If you're fast for a few strides, but can't repeat explosive bursts within a shift, you need to build your alactic system. Just like having a nitro boost in a car, great once, but if you can't recharge it quickly, you're cooked. The alactic system is all about max power output from 0 to 12 seconds. Typically, we'd build power first with max sprints with full recovery. Then we'd build repeat sprint ability, which is repeated max effort bouts with partial rest. That way you can have speed for longer during games. Now that you understand the 3 systems of the body, you can't be making this one mistake, and that's not training both power and capacity. Most players only train capacity through long runs or suicides, but completely ignore the power side of the equation. Think of your conditioning like building a car. You can either build the size of the engine or the horsepower that drives it. With each system, you can build capacity through longer intervals with less rest, or you can build power with more rest and shorter intervals at a higher pace. Both matter, but most players neglect power, which is crucial for explosive hockey shifts. And when it comes to building stamina, this isn't just your lungs, which brings us into the next point. Most players crush conditioning but still feel their legs give out in the second period. The truth is, conditioning can be bucketed into 2 categories. Number 1 is your central, or your heart and your lungs, and number 2 is your peripheral, meaning your muscles that are actually doing the work. If my athletes are more out of breath, this means we need to work on more of the central system, so work on a bike or a rower. But if their muscles burn out, we train more of the peripheral system with muscle endurance circuits like split squat holds, lunges, or bodyweight circuits, ultimately to develop the muscles to tolerate more fatigue. By building each area, the lungs, the heart, and the muscles, you'll feel unstoppable within games. But the biggest problem I see players make is trying to put this all together. Most players train completely randomly, hitting one system hard but not sequencing them properly. Just like baking a cake, you need to do things in a certain order. The same thing goes with training your conditioning. In strength and conditioning, there's this concept called working the V. Ultimately, starting starting at both ends of the spectrum, so your aerobic and alactic systems, then slowly progressing towards the lactic system, the most specific for hockey conditioning. We first build the aerobic engine with capacity, but we build the alactic system with power. Then we slowly transition into lactic tolerance closer to the season. Then we layer in muscle endurance so you're in peak condition. This sequencing ensures that you're peaking at the right time. Now, this isn't just theory. These are the exact principles that make my clients faster within 29.6 days. If you train this way, your stamina will stop dying in the second period and you'll be unstoppable within games. And if you're tired of wasting time on random workouts, click the link below to apply for our one-to-one online coaching system, a program custom built for your body, your schedule, and your game, so you can actually have stamina to dominate the entire game.